Hey everybody, Larry here, Boxcars Garage. So we are on a field trip today, so I'd go ahead and take you along. We're going to go see a real good friend of mine. He's acquired some parts for me, and he also put together a little project for me I'm really excited to see. But I'm also jazzed that I'm going to be able to see his shop. This is the first time I've been by his shop. He does a whole bunch of stuff here at his shop. He is a significant presence on the scene of YouTube and hot rodding at large. I'm not going to mention his name right now. I'm going to spring it on you once we roll up, and I think we're going to get a grand tour of where the magic happens. Small hint is I'm traveling on 55 South right now. Just went around Memphis, and I'm heading down south a little bit more, and that's where we're going to find them. So check it out. We are going to roll in hot. If you know, you know. Hey, buddy.
What's up, brother?
Oh,
Man, are you lost?
I am lost.
I don't have any palm trees around here.
Oh, man.
It's just pine trees.
But I come bearing gifts, brother.
Oh, do you? You got
Yeah.
cookies?
Yep.
No.
No cookies. No cookies.
I was hoping the wife baked some cookies.
What are you gonna do though when you don't have cookies? Let me see. I had a dilemma. So I had to pull out the old backup.
Oh, man.
I had to pull out the old backup.
Look at that. That is awesome. We go inside and share some of these things, man.
That's right. That's right. We'll break bread.
Woo! Look at that, guys. Look at
Yeah. Yeah.
that. Whoa.
Oh yeah. Don't throw them on the ground now.
Oh, Jimmy making it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch Jimmy or not, but every morning he's a Dunkin' Donuts guy. He's gelling right now because he's watching.
Oh yeah.
And he's wishing he was here eating these donuts with us.
Well, I wish he was here too. I didn't know if you'd done coffee yet, so I went ahead and made a command decision and brought you coffee too.
Man, black, anything in it, it doesn't matter. I'll take either.
Okay, here we go.
That's awesome. That's why you were late, because you went to town to get Dunkin'.
Yeah, and then I almost couldn't get out of the drive-through, man. That drive-through is too narrow for this truck.
Oh, come on now. I go through there pulling a trailer.
Oh, you did not?
Yeah,
no.
No.
Okay. So here is your roadster truck. You were training your, well, not training your nephew, but you had your nephew driving, eh?
Oh, my grandson, yeah.
Oh, your grandson. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
my grandson turned 13, so I was like, hey, what's more memorable than to
Oh,
let
man.
your 13-year-old grandson take the wheels, the brakes, and the gas pedal of a hot rod.
I never got to drive one when I was 13. I wonder if I could have accelerated my journey
Yeah, well, I think that
if I had some of that action when I was younger.
yeah, I think that we convinced him that he's a hot rodder.
Yeah.
But yeah, this truck isn't finished. It's just barely started, really. But I mean, it's not purposely flat black, but it's flat black, and we are enjoying it. And
Yeah.
And it's been this way for a long time.
That's what it's all about. I had to twist my dad's arm in getting his 33 out this weekend, and so I talked my dad into getting his car out of the garage, and we had to get it all cleaned up. We've got a little car show that's not too far from us, and this thing has not been in a car show for probably 4 years, 5 years. try to drive it when I come down to visit. But yeah, I got her all cleaned up. So just a quick job to get the dust off of it and the dead flies off the roof that we are going to take off. I kind of guilted him into it. There was like dead flies on the top roof and whatnot. So I told him, I said, hey, I'll wash the car if we can find a car show to go to. And we ended up going to like one of those like on the fly church hot rod shows, you know, with like every imaginable type of car there. And yeah, you know, so, but we had a great time. We drove the car for the first time in like a couple of years, and we didn't have any breakdowns. That was awesome. And my dad, every time he gets in it, he's like tickled to death because he puts on his older music, you know, for when he was a kid.
Right.
And he said, man, it makes me feel like I'm 15 again, you know, driving this thing. And I said, this is your time machine. Yeah.
That's
and
right.
he was like, yeah, it's a time machine.
We'll be taking this one on the Midwest Roadster Run coming up June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So if you think you like hot rods and you want to come over to my channel, I cover the show really, really great. This is one of the media cars that we'll run the show in. We'll have a photographer sitting in there from Riding USA magazine, and then I'll be in there doing the videos for my YouTube channel and other platforms. So, but yeah, 200 plus roadsters running the roads of Missouri and Illinois for 4 days. So
now you did that roadster run last year, so they could go back in your video inventory and see what it was like last year.
There's probably 5 or 6 years worth of videos on there from the Midwest Roadster Run. That's how long we've been doing it, and I've got video coverage from every year. So really unique, really unique.
You know, one thing I started doing was, I watch probably too much YouTube and probably should work in the shop more than I do. But all these guys covering these different events, you know, I can't remember all of them. So if I see a video of an event that I like, I make sure I go to my calendar and drop it in on my calendar.
Yeah.
Because that's like the greatest intel source, right? When guys do videos on the shows, on the different swap meets and whatnot, you can kind of like build your own ultimate calendar. And so that's what I've been doing lately with everybody else's video.
Now this old yellow car right here, it's videos launching right now today. So whatever today is, is it worth flipping classic cars? So I'll go through and explain a little bit about flipping classic cars and buy, selling, and trading. And it's not your cup of tea if you're watching our channels. That's why it's for sale. But it is a stepping stone for a new hot rod. So
it could
find a deal, buy it, sell it, and move on. So
it could facilitate buying something more in line with this channel, right?
Right. Yeah. That would be a car probably hated on by most of the people that are watching our hot rod stuff.
Don't hate.
Don't hate.
Don't hate.
There's a lid for every pot.
And we got this is your rig right here.
This is probably my favorite car. 100%, every nut, bolt, everything was done.
I never noticed your heater. Yeah, that's a dandy Stuart Warner heater. You got your 40 steering wheel.
Yeah, cut down 40 wheel on it. And
I'm looking into doing some machine turn dash components on my 34. I found a guy at that little show I went to yesterday. Somebody had built him a machine turned glove box door, and he had the gauge bezel machine turned. Perfect balance, with both of them side by side. And the place that built it, and I'll try to think of their name, they're not in business anymore. They sold out. And but I know another person that I think might be able to do it up for me, or I might build my own. My biggest problem with trying to build my own is that I don't know how I'm going to do the trim ring. I could do the machine turn, like stainless or aluminum. I could do that, but I don't know how to pull the bezel off. The bezel would be tricky because it's gonna wanna, like, if you start with something that's already like slit, has a slit down the length of it, I don't know if you can turn the corners without making it pucker or whatnot. So anyway, I'm trying to kind of sort my brain through that.
Brand new. I mean, it's got 600 miles on it.
600 miles on that flathead?
Yeah. Customer, it was part of putting a late model motor in for him, and that was part of the trade.
No
I put
kidding.
a late model motor and transmission in this Lincoln.
Now,
Actually, Mercury is,
do they covet the? Aren't the Lincoln transmissions kind of like coveted like the LaSalle?
I don't know. It's probably going to have a 5-speed behind it. So that's probably trading material one day right there.
Yeah. And then you got your bike project.
Yeah, I mean, this was a
Excelsior.
A 1 hour every Saturday morning for 8 weeks, and I did a video series on it. So I only spent an hour every Saturday morning on this. So everything you see here was done in an 8-hour period, and it's made to look like an old Indian motorcycle. I haven't done anything on the tank yet, but the tank is half gas and half battery, but I never did the battery portion. I was going to put a front electric wheel on it so you'd be able to use gas, pedal, and battery, but the battery operated wheel just did not fit the bike, so it's just gas and pedal. So you pedal to get it started, hit the gas, and hold on because it's about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Now the motor is a brand new motor that you can buy off Amazon, eBay. This is a tuna can just to hide the plastic air breather that it comes with. I cut the exhaust that normally came with the bike, give it a little bit louder look. This right here are 2 pie pans that I bought at Walmart, and they cover the motor to where it looks like it's a vintage round bottom Indian motor, and then everything's held together with brass screws. This vintage cell phone looking thing back here is just a fake gas tank not gas tank but oil tank that I put on. I went through a lot of issues, like I got the extended pedals to where they would clear the motor, the crank. The pedals are for barefoot riders in California. They're called barefoot pedals. They give it that old block look. Of course, I got the Fat Frank tires that give it the authentic look, and I bobbed the fender. Got the old Brooks saddle off of eBay for like, I want to say about $12 plus shipping. Extended it back just a little bit. So handlebars, the original handlebars to the bicycle that it started with. The forks I bought off of eBay for like $100. They came with the rust and everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The handlebars actually have a lock mechanism that came on it. I believe they're Columbia, not Columbia. The forks are Columbia. They came with a lock.
Your early anti-theft.
Yeah. So things I've got left to do to it would be put the Indian word on it, and then I've got some leather wrap to wrap these brand new looking Mickey Mouse handle grips.
That is.
But other than that, I got a full build series on it. I want to say that I've got $500 in this, and they sell for like $2,000. So I mean, if you guys wanted to build one, ride it for a little while and sell it, check out the build series, and I've got a breakdown of where all those parts came from and how I did it.
So I got something we could add to your build series. I could build you like a wheel of death.
Yeah.
And you could, if you ride in my wheel of death, you get a lot of views, man.
Yeah, that would actually. You're standing in my wheel of death. This shop
is the shop.
This shop is my wheel of death. That's what I feel like every day when I come out here. Is that
Well, let's look at some more of your
All
treasures.
Y'all come on in. Let's check it out.
Spanky likes clamps. We all like clamps.
Hey, now I bought this from a good buddy of mine at the
yeah?
Frog Follies.
Did he put it to you, or did he give you a good deal?
Oh, he gave me a good deal.
Yeah.
It even still has how much I paid him for it.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. $40.
Yeah.
Man, I think he kind of got you there.
Well, I didn't even care. I was supporting.
Well, wait a minute.
He had a box of cookies that were worth $40.
That came with 12 cookies and 6 bottles of water.
Yeah. So actually, that was free.
It was free.
I know it.
It was free. Those are some serious cookies.
You know, if your wife's watching, those cookies are like the best cookies I've ever had, except for the ones that my wife makes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, look at you staying safe.
Yeah.
If I had those cookies, I bet you I could trade you out of a lot of this stuff here.
Oh yeah, you could probably walk away with a lot.
Spanky likes to keep treasures like I do. I like your little waterfall there. It looks like somebody chromed it back in the day, huh?
Yeah, that goes on my 36 Coupe, and I like to probably get it back on there one day.
You got your little beehive oil. This is the oil filter container, right?
Yeah. This is the most important thing up there.
Oh, yeah. Your cash can?
Yeah.
Or is that a cuss can?
No, that's that's not a cuss can. I've got a really clean channel, but I'm saving for the next one.
You're saving for the next one?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all saving for the next one, aren't we? Look at this. Spanky is a very diversified talent, if you haven't already figured that out. You got that. He used to build these miniature cars back in the day.
That was for SEMA.
For SEMA.
Yeah, Richard Petty's.
You can see some of the names here that used to do it as well, and they're all in the big time now. This is what guys do to unwind from the real projects, the big projects. You get into the little projects. Really cool. Let me see here. There's a couple of names that I got Fat Man already. Oh, Art Morrison. Art Morrison, the chassis guy. There's a lot of these names that you see. Hollywood Hot Rods.
Yep. There's another whole category.
This was 2011.
Yeah, I mean, one year I did it. Jay Leno did one. Oh man, there's. You name it, everybody's done it. I've been asked to do it like 4 times.
That's one of his designs right there. Oh look, and they got some newsprint on it. Spanky's been at this for a long time. This is a project that him and his son did a while back and got a whole bunch of notoriety for.
That was probably around 2000.
Around 2000?
Yeah.
So Spanky has been after it for a long time. He likes bicycles. I would have gave anything for something like this back in the 80s. But my two buddies got some really cool bikes. I think I never graduated from like a Schwinn 10-speed.
Yeah.
That was kind of my thing with AM/FM radio on the handlebars.
Yeah.
I'd crank that up and cruise down and go all the way uptown with it and whatnot. Yeah. It was still living good as far as I was concerned at the time. It was fun. I love those Champion spark plug centers. They're really cool if you got some space to put them in.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I've got stuff everywhere. Got stuff everywhere.
We make keys for vintage cars and stuff too. So
do you really?
Yeah. So sometimes I might be able to cut it off of the key code, or sometimes definitely cut it off of the key blank. So.
Yeah, I sat and studied it. I was like, oh man, I really would like this, but I didn't pop on it. But I thought about it. Man, I love that sign right there.
Yeah, it was headed to the metal recycler.
No kidding.
And a friend of mine dropped by the shop in Heber and said, hey, you know anybody that'd be interested in this? And I was like, yeah, let's unload it.
Yeah.
The really cool thing is this corner right here is wood, and this corner is rounded on the bottom.
Oh.
To where it used to hang. And I thought that was just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31 cents. That's pretty cool.
31 cents. Got Phillips Hot Rod Garage needs to buy some wishbones, and he also needs a drop axle too. What do you got there? That's a old chrome drop axle you got there. Yeah. What year is that? Do you know?
It's 35 to 40.
35 to 40. It's already, it's old chrome. It's already dropped.
Yeah.
Is that for sale? I see a sticker on it.
I don't think so. It's probably where I bought it.
Probably where you bought it.
Yeah. That's just.
Phil's gonna watch this video and he's gonna be calling you.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of axles. I've got some drop 32 stuff, but yeah, I mean,
you got some hairpins up there.
What you're looking at, mostly what you're looking at, is stuff for, that I accumulate until I've got enough stuff to build another chassis for something. So.
What's the story on those hairpins back there in the corner?
I've actually got a 32 jig or 32 frame in my jig, and they're going on it.
Okay.
So
I've got some painters right now, and but now that I've added that that windshield frame that's got that new chrome on it,
right.
I'm wanting to introduce some more chrome to my car. So I'm kind of like in the mood for some old chrome, whatever, hairpins. But what is this right here?
That was a Magnaflux machine back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had a dye that you put in there and all that. And you check all your Magnaflux. And believe it or not, I had every single component in here, and I've sold it all.
Huh. That's a neat
because
cabinet.
I really didn't want any of that stuff, and it didn't really mean anything to me. But I wanted the cabinet. So
you didn't think about keeping the Magnaflux to check blocks with?
No, you had to have all the chemicals and stuff that were in there with it, and I got scared of the chemicals, so I just sold it all. And people collect it and stuff like that.
You got your shrinkers. You got your Planisher.
So basically, I do everything from air-cooled to motorcycles, but most of the channel is driven around hot rods.
Yeah.
Hot rods and classic cars.
Back here in the corner is Spanky's hot rod from high school.
Yeah, that would be technically my first car. I had one before that got stolen, but a 71 SS Nova.
Oh,
it got stolen. So
tell them the story about when your Nova got swiped.
Yeah, I was actually working at Baskin Robbins Ice Cream. I think I made $1.54 an hour or something like that, and I saw the taillights of the Nova drive by, and I thought, cool. And I looked, and it was my car, and I pulled the 20 out of the register, which automatically set the alarm off, and the police swarmed the building and almost got fired because I did that. So I should have called the cops and told them my car was stolen instead of pulling the fake money out of the register to set the alarm off. But
oh man.
Anyway, never got the car back. Lesson learned. Didn't have insurance on it. I was a 15-and-a-half-year-old kid, and I did what I could just to be able to drive. And
you were alerting everybody to include Batman when that happened, right?
I did.
You were ready to send the light up.
Yeah, it was. I was a sick puppy,
I can't even imagine going through that when I was 15.
Yeah.
15 or 16.
Yeah.
That would have been a.
I saved up all summer. I made $650, and I bought this Chevelle right here.
Oh wow!
Years later, it's what it is now. But it's been this way since probably '87. It's looked like this right here.
87.
87, 88.
You've been collecting hubcaps.
That's my.
Hubcaps
I've got a
and
problem with tennis shoes and wheels and tires.
Well, you get that wheels and tires thing on us, though, don't you?
Yeah, you can't have enough tennis shoes and you can't have enough wheels and tires to change the attitude of your hot rod.
If you want to see a super nice Bronco project, you need to look at his channel. He went through this. This is completely frame off restoration. This is everything custom. And everything custom, everything done by his hands. So
yeah, I don't form out anything, and you know, everything's done here. So
everything is done in his shop. Very impressive. What is this? You got a Camaro up here?
Yeah, 69 Camaro. It's a brand new project. It's getting a complete chassis, everything. It's getting completely redone. So if you're into late model muscle cars, this is sure going to be one to follow along. Nothing out of the box is going on this car either. All the way from, it's just custom everything. So LS, 6-speed.
Nice.
Custom interior, custom paint, a whole custom front end. So, and it's all going to get done right here. So,
Spanky did me a big favor the other day with an extra hood that I had for the 34, and I'm going to let him kind of talk about what I had done, or what he did for me.
All right. Well, basically, we took a vintage design on the louver layout, and with Larry's permission, he signed off on it, and I made it happen. So laid out the louvers, punched them, and we did a play off of another car, another well-known car, but that's okay, because I punched more louvers than that car had, and Larry signed off on this design, so it's his design. So I think we're going to leave the hood patinaed like it is. It's kind of a weak hood that would need a lot more work if you were going to do high-end custom paint or something like that on it. But for right now, I think the traditional hot rod look, the way I punched these louvers and left some of the paint, I think this will pass for a job that was done 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's nice, dude. The car that he's talking about is the California Kid, and I'll put up a picture of it right now. And you know, the biggest difference between like where this is sitting right now and the California Kid is they had extensive, you know, flame work painted all down the car and on the top of the car, and I don't anticipate that. But the layout is a little bit odd. I think it's freaking awesome. Spanky knocked it out of the park. If you don't like the design, that's on me. That's not on him. You know, everybody's going to pick out their own deal. I thought this was an odd layout, and it was different, and I want the car to be a little bit off center and look like something that, you know, would be on the road back in the 60s and 70s. So
yeah, I think it looks great.
You know, there we are. But might do some mild patina work, like adding some black over here.
Yeah, match them up.
To match them up. And then might throw in a couple of faux patina, you know, distress areas, different colors, whatnot, sand, blend in, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, more to follow on this right here. I do have a really nice hood that came with the car that I can paint it nice for another day. So we're going to be able to kind of play it both ways. Here's the metal monster, huh?
Yeah, well, just like everything else in the shop, you have to build 10 things to be able to work on something, but that's just part of having everything you need in a small garage. So this is the louver press. It dates back pretty good ways. It belonged to two real good friends of mine. And not only did they give me permission to carry on and sell me their machine, but they've taught me how to use it the proper way. So,
oh, you've got some louvers on the machine.
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of templates that I use to lay out, just to lay over and make sure that I like the direction that something's going. And then I've also got some other cheat sheet things. And then I've got a hood behind you over there that's already, I hadn't done the layout on it yet, but fixing to punch about 350 louvers in that 53 Chevy hood over there.
I got you.
Yeah.
Man, that's you're gonna have somebody help you
Yeah, well,
with that one.
I got these two friends right here that everybody needs to have, and this is Bert and Ernie,
I got you.
and you just clamp these on each side of the hood, run them down the center, and it allows you to still move the hood around where you want it,
Oh yeah.
and it keeps them supported. The only problem is when you do it with a 4-piece hood, you can only use one, and it's not as easy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that dude is a monster. So it's hydraulic,
Yeah, electric over hydraulic.
electric over hydraulic. Can't see that data plate anymore. Well, wait a minute. If any of you guys are building one for yourself. Yeah,
I just gave you a teaser.
yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I heard that you do interior work.
These two cars right here, of course I'm building the cars 100%, but they're both in the process of the interiors. Now I'm doing the trunk right now on this one, this Impala, so I've got some junk in the seat, but this is the start of the upholstery right here. From building the seats from scratch, panels that come off that you can cover in leather, and then they'll snap back on with just a few screws holding them in, all the way down to the skirting around the bottom, the consoles. Now, of course, these aren't ready for upholstery yet. I've still got to finish the foam layout, and then the package tray, and then the trunk. And I try to make everything to where it all comes out easy and goes back together easy, and it doesn't look sloppy, but it doesn't look too overcomplicated. And I like trying to stay in there to where, hey, if Chevrolet did it now, back then, what would it look like? I don't want anything to look like a Lexus. If I want to do Lexus interior, I'd probably just go to the junkyard and buy Lexus interior and put it in one. I want it to be classy and be part of the car. So
Simplify.
that's kind of where the design goes. Yeah, simplify.
I like it.
Trying a new technique for the very first time, and I don't like the outcome, but it's sitting here in the video, so I have to. I usually use the block foam, the pink foam sheets, and I laminate them together, and I cut out my design. But this time, I had a can of spray foam, so I built me a little aluminum foil area and hit it with the spray foam, and then cut the spray foam out how I want it. Now,
Were you gonna make that out of fiberglass?
yeah, it'll
eventually?
end up being fiberglass because I didn't want this shape to be a flat shape. I wanted it to be more three-dimensional. This probably won't be it, but it'll be hooked to either this panel or this panel, to where when they go in, it's all one piece.
I see.
But all these pieces will come out, and they're not finished yet. You know, they'll have little pockets and stuff like that on here, and being held on with magnets. This will be used like it is, or you pull it off and reach in there and get your wax out, detail wax out or something. So a lot more to come. This is this changes hourly. Your design goes this way, and then it goes this way. So. This started out life as a 1951 Ford Woody, and it's going back as a 49 Ford Woody. There's the new 49 front cap for the car. So this front cap that you see here will not be part of the project anymore. The best part of this car is the wood kit, and I'll explain the wood kit to you. The wood from this car, this is a 51.5 tin work, so this was all painted to resemble wood, and then the wood actually bolted on in these areas where the wood's not anymore. All this metal will come off, and it's for sale. I'll sell the metal. It's very desirable for people. You can actually see some of the wood grain that was painted on in the areas underneath the wood, or underneath what used to have a wood strip. But the wood that's going back on here is original 1950 wood that came off of one of the nicest 50 Ford Woodies in the country, and I helped him get that car in the movie Walk the Line that was filmed in the Memphis area.
No kidding.
And a lot of the cars I built were in that movie. Well, they screwed his car up pretty good. They wrote him a huge check for screwing it up, and he had his Woody completely restored with that check, and probably had some left over. That's how bad they messed his car up. But the good thing about it is they didn't do anything bad to the wood, and when he had his car restored, I bought the original wood off of his car. So as I build this car, very, very soon, it'll have that wood on it, and the paint is going to be made to match the wood. So the factory 1950 wood that I'll show you in a minute, it's not going to be a slick paint job. It's going to be a paint job, not a really rough patina paint job, but a paint job that matches the wood.
So that wood kit that he had made, there was somebody still building a complete wood kit. That's a pretty extensive wood kit.
Yeah, the wood kit that he had made, I think it cost him right around $23,000 for the new wood kit.
$23,000.
Yeah. So I'd have left his car alone, honestly, but the movie made good money, and they screwed it up enough to where they wrote him a good check.
Walk the Line. I'm going to have to watch that movie.
Yeah. Just sit down.
Get me out of this car and all these boys.
Yeah.
So you'll see him coming in and turning into a hotel parking lot, coming back from Nashville to Memphis in the movie, and you'll see the picture, or you'll see his Woody, and that's the wood that's going on this car, which you'll see in just a minute.
Wow. Well, it had a good looking back side of it, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, see, this being a 51, this is all metal. Had it been a 49 or 50, this would be all wood. So this all had to be faux painted. All this right here, you can see the brush marks. That's where it was all faux painted from the factory.
We're going up to the sewing room, the upholstery room. How many hours you spend up here, Mike?
Probably too many.
Too many, I know it.
Yeah. Now some of these, now this is the 36 Pontiac right here that's on the lift with a frame underneath it. And this is the Volkswagen that's over there, that's you can see, and then here's the Porsche sitting in the background that's on the lift. And then right there,
I forgot about
is another one of the Poundwood Derby cars that I built.
I got you. Nice.
And there's the sweet potato.
Yep.
There's the rendering of sweet potato up there. What started out as on paper is now on pavement.
There you go. Your hubcap cache that you...
Yeah, that's part of the flipping series on the channel on how to flip hot rod parts and turn... I turned a rusty pair of headlights into, I think we're probably around $5,500 now for a pair of rusty headlights without spending a dime other than labor to clean stuff up, and I still got inventory like crazy. So we're trying to flip a pair of rusty headlights into a new hot rod, and the goal is to have enough to buy something decent at the end of the year off of something that most guys would have thrown away. And that first trade was probably for $75. So I had something, I say $75, and now we're, like I said, we're in the fives. But hey, while you're here, there's a pen right there.
Oh man!
You sign the wall of fame for me.
I get to sign the wall. The only one you can find, is it like my shop?
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm gonna put down here. My brother. Well, I am proud and happy to be on your wall.
Cool. So.
I like it. I like it. You got your art center right here.
And then here's where I do all of my upholstery work. All the interiors and stuff that I do, all the seats and stuff are designed here. And I've got Volkswagen stuff here, Porsche stuff here, Porsche stuff over here, and here's the wood back here that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Here's all the chrome for the Woody and the wood kit, the original wood kit. So that's a big chunk of the project right there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so if you guys have made it through this video this far, you comment and like on Larry's video, go to my page, like my page, and subscribe. Tell me that Larry sent you, and I'm going to pick, how many can I give away? I'm going to pick at least 6 guys that came from Larry's and give you a t-shirt, okay?
6.
But you got to say I came from Larry's channel. So that's a big commitment for me. So, hey, do me a favor, go to the channel and give me a subscription. Like, tag, share, and subscribe. All that good Facebook, YouTube stuff.
Spanky's Hot Rod and Customs is where you'll find them on the tube. And he is always working. He's always got new content out there, and you can see how diversified he is. So check him out, please.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so we got my truck all loaded up with my transmission and my hood sides, and you're hiding this dude, a 3-window.
Yeah, this is my fair weather car. I mean, I take all my long trips in this. I run it to the Frog Follies almost every year. If the weather's not going to be above 100, I'll run it to the Frog Follies. And I think I had it up there the last time we were up there. I don't know if you got a chance to leave the swap meet and come see it, though.
I probably was caught up in the swap meet.
Yeah, but quick history of this car. Around 59, a guy from California got transferred to the Millington Naval Air Station in Millington, Tennessee, which is just 10 miles north of Memphis. It stayed in his carport part for 10 years until a friend of mine bought it in 69. He bought the car, it had a wrecked front fender on it, and it was still wearing its original black California paint. And he built it into this right here in 1973. It was painted green by a friend of mine, which was not the original owner, or not the owner. Another friend of mine bought it. And then another friend of mine bought it, which is who I bought it from. But between there, it got sold to another friend. So 5 different guys that I know personally have owned the car since 1969. So I am the caretaker of it, and it's still wearing all the same paint.
Do they let you in free at the Frog Follies when you roll in with this green car?
No, but there are a lot of photos taken of it with ladies holding up their frogs.
Oh yeah, man, I know they're all about that. There are a couple of cars that make sure they're always there and they're green. You know, they're like themed out.
Yeah, but it's pretty much a themed out Frog Follies car, but not intentionally.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's plans for the car one day. It's going to get a more original color. It's going to get a set of steel wheels that are hubcapped out, that are painted. So it's going to look more like a moonshine original car.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's what it looks like. And that's probably where I'm going to keep it.
Heck yeah.
Until I got a lot of time.
So automatic.
It's automatic.
Overdrive, air.
Yeah, air.
350.
350 Mustang 2, 9-inch disc brakes, radial tires. Nothing to run 85, 90 miles an hour all day long with air blowing cold.
I was telling
it gets used weekly. I mean, it's not a garage capsule. It's got bugs all over the windshield, and it's dirty now because last time I drove it was in the rain.
Nice.
So I try to, everything I've got that runs gets driven weekly. I mean, there's nothing that I've got that sits up unless it's a project that's ongoing right now. So I just thought y'all might want to see this.
Yeah, I love it. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up things here at Spanky. I got a bit of a trip ahead of me. And Spanky, thanks for hosting the walkthrough.
Man,
it was
awesome.
great.
Great having you come by.
Yep. Gonna have to do this again.
Yep. Well, I'll be down your way soon, and we'll get to work on your car a couple of days or something like that. So,
Oh, that would be cool too. Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate
Safe
you.
travels.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Check out my channel if you don't get
Oh, yeah.
get a chance. Check out my channel.
Got to check it out. See you guys.